Very good afternoon from the foreshore in Nedlands. It's round 7 of the Pindan Premier Grade, and it is Nedlands taking on UWA. Nedlands currently sitting 3rd on the league table, and UWA sitting on 7th place. Last week, UWA defeated Cottesloe 32-23, which was a really good result, seeing as the following week they'd lost 23-20 to Associates. They won the opening round 25-17 against Kalamunda, but have then had a pretty tough run on the road. Whereas Neddies, well, they lost a nail-biter in their opening round 32-34 against defending champions West Scarborough, then beat Perth Bayswater, drew 14-all with Associates, and have since had wins over Kalamunda, Cottesloe and Palmyra. And last week's win over Palmyra saw them win the Rugby WA Cup, and that is the huge trophy on the far side of the pitch, and that is up for grabs today, because it is like the Ramfurley Shield, where the team that wins it defends it at their next home game, and all home games after that if they are successful in that defence. So something else on the line today for UWA and Nedlands as we're about to get underway. I'm Ashley Morrison, looking forward to bringing you all of the action here from the foreshore. It will be Nedlands to kick off. It's a good high kick, and looking to field it early was Jack Conley, but he just got bumped, but it should be UWA ball. Straight out to the halfback, Rory O'Sullivan. A good clean ball from him, and it's been stolen by Nedlands. Falls to Nehana Christian, but he's taken the ground fairly quickly. And now it's Ken McCauley, loves to pick and drive, but he's driven back with interest by UWA. Ball still available for Nedlands, and it's Zach Makavile-Togia who made the first break for them. Spinning it wide, comes to Lovasic, the fullback, joining the line. Now it comes out wide to Jake Wilson. Wilson taking the ground just inside the 22. His foot hasn't gone into touches yet. So looking to dig deep and get the ball. And having to help out is Shane Hemme. Scrum half tries to make a run. That's Nathan Roberts. There's a few changes to the Nedlands side in recent weeks as injuries have beset their team. Corey Cudd is out injured. He's their leading point scorer. And that's why we see Nathan Roberts wearing the number 9. Fraser Tarangi is also wearing number 10. So they've had a fair number of injuries in recent weeks. But Nedlands with a scrum now just inside the 22, right in front of the posts. It's in fact UWA ball. So UWA will be looking to clear their lines and just ease this early game pressure. Rory O'Sullivan just having a chat with the referee. Should just say a cheerio to Kieran O'Connor, former captain of UWA, who we believe has got out of bed early this morning to watch this live stream in Dublin. So I know the coach, Steve McFarlane, said to say good morning, and he hopes that he can deliver a good result for your former team here at the foreshore. So the scrum engages. O'Sullivan waits to put the ball in. And there's a little bit of how's your father going on, but all comes to naught. So we'll try 3rd time lucky, hopefully with the scrum. Front row all ready to engage. They won't complain. A little of early action in the match. Any opportunity to have a skirmish in the front row is welcomed by all who play in that dark place. And still we're getting nowhere with this scrum. And the pitch just getting a little bit dug up, so the referee just moving the players across to a slightly stronger bit of turf, and hopefully that will make things easier second time around. So they look fairly steady at the moment. They've now engaged. O'Sullivan looks to put the ball in. Scrum goes to ground on the near side. O'Sullivan spins the ball, kicked ahead, and going to have to chase back and claim that is Fraser Tarangi, and it's almost going to land right on top of our commentary position. A good clearance by the Nedlands fly half. And the first line out of the match. And Luke Travella will be the man to throw in for UWA. Goes over the back. It's an easy steal for Macaulay. Nedlands ball. Lovasage was in at fly half and taken into contact by Nedlands. Lovasage again. Puts it to the boot. Puts it high. His opposite number waits underneath the ball. And it is claimed easily by Ethan Carlisle. He comes across the pitch. Ethan Carlisle, whose father played for Nedlands, looking to kick ahead was Wilson. Instead, it's Macaulay, who's been involved in so much, then smothered and picked up well by Grayson Knapp for Nedlands. Sets it. Wilson in at scrum half, decides to leave it for the legitimate scrum half in Roberts. Roberts spins it out, and coming through the middle is Tevin Ferris. Tevin Ferris going to go all the way, and Tevin Ferris looks as if he has indeed scored the first try of the match for Nedlands. So it is Nedlands 5, UWA 0 with 5 minutes gone on the match. And good run into the line from Tevin Ferris, and the perfect start for Nedlands. Tevin Ferris believed to be one of the youngest captains in a Premier Grade side, and really leading from the front in this opening 5 minutes. But Macaulay, the prop for Nedlands, has been involved in so much. Just wonder whether he can sustain that involvement. It will be Fraser Tarangi to try and add the 2 points. Flags are raised as it sails into the front garden of one of the houses. So UWA, not the ideal start for them. Looking at the result last year, played at the foreshore, and it was real one-way traffic, 67-19 in favour of Nedlands, and that's straight out from the kickoff. So not the ideal restart as well from the Uni boys. But to be fair, that result last time around, there were plenty of university players who'd gone away on holiday, and I remember talking to the coach saying he couldn't understand how the modern day player books his holidays during the rugby season and doesn't wait until the end of the season. So the first scrum with Nedlands ball. Rory O'Sullivan waiting to, Rory O'Sullivan is UWA scrum half. Nathan Roberts is the player waiting. The scrum just wheeling slightly. And again, there's a few words spoken between the front rows. They're certainly getting to know each other very well. As they reset, we can thank Karma Resorts, a proud sponsor of rugby union across Western Australia. To celebrate, they're offering all rugby fans a complimentary Karma Club membership valued at $499. Join today for free by visiting karmaclub.com/rugbywa17. Roberts, and it's a good drive by UWA, and it's a really good pickup at the back by Jeremy Smith. UWA gain a good 10 metres. O'Sullivan, good pass from him to Kinder. Kinder was snared but managed to get his pass away. Stolen back though, good well by Logan Eade for Nedlands, but ball being spun wide now. Makavila-Tagia to Wilson. Wilson steps off his left, is smothered well by Tavita Sifa. Still gaining ground though, stayed on his feet. Sifa was forced to the ground eventually. Makavila-Tagia picks up as the ball was loose, taken to ground. And penalty goes against Nedlands. I think Macavilla-Togia was in front of the ball, and that's why it was offside. Didn't retreat. So Tim Carslaw, the captain of UWA, just expressing his views on a couple of things with the referee. It's a very shallow kick. I, in fact, think the linesman's been a little bit generous with the meterage he gave that. Getting the bearings all wrong. Just waiting for the ball to come back, and it's coming long distance. Travella with the throw. Can they get it right this time? They go to the back again. Carslaw, the captain, gets it. Sullivan does well. Kinder, lovely pass. Picked up well by Backhouse, who just drove through the middle, the back rower for UWA. Nedlands, though, looking to drive over the top, and it's a scrum UWA. So neither team really getting continuous momentum at the moment. Just looking to try and get the ascendancy. Nedlands, of course, already have a try to their name, scored in the 5th minute. We're now in the 10th minute of the match. Rory O'Sullivan, the former Scotch College player, will try and put him for the scrum. Another good drive, and scrum has been a concern for Nedlands. O'Sullivan, it's a good pass out from him to Lockie Spence. Spence taken to ground. O'Sullivan again, and Backhouse had to grab at the second attempt, but lost out. And now it's Nedlands surging forward through a good run through Mike Egan. Set it on the 10-metre line inside their own half. UWA not engaging at the loose and just letting Nedlands commit numbers. Now it's Ferris again. Brought down strongly in the tackle by Jeremy Smith, the number 8 for UWA. So we hope you can't hear some of the language that we were able to pick up in our microphones. So another scrum. Just looking at the result from last week. Coach Tony Ball was saying that the scrum was where Nedlands needed a lot of work. He felt that they didn't deserve their win against Palmyra, even though they did get a win 23-20 and won the Rugby WA Cup. So a very honest assessment by Tony Ball. So Roberts waits to put in. It goes down at the near side. Went straight down. The referee giving his thoughts on who was to blame. Roberts waits again. They finally engage. It looks steady at the moment. It's a good heel by UWA, but it's a good push. Roberts picks up, managed to get the ball off to Tevin Ferris. Ferris's pass, well, needed to be quicker by Macavilla-Togia, who just wasn't quick enough in play, but Wilson spun out of 2 tackles and made good ground for Nedlands. Now it's just a question whether they can get the ball back, and Roberts, well, coming through over the top, and he is going to be penalised in the end, was Lockie Spence. Now Roberts looked at the referee. Referee didn't blow. And then finally the decision was made that it was illegal play. Spence coming over the top though and impeding the scrum half. Fraser Tarangi. With a good kick, takes Nedlands a little bit closer to the try line. So a good line out and a rolling maul will be just what Nedlands are looking for. Goes to the back. Ferris, it's not a good ball, but it bounces kindly for Nedlands. Fraser Tarangi offloads to Wilson. Wilson taken down centre field by UWA. Good covering play by them. Now it's Egan who's taken to ground. He looked to gain a couple of metres for Nedlands. Driving forward. The forwards are there in support. Macaulay, not surprisingly, one of the forwards for Nedlands. Now it comes to Egan again. Little pop pass to him. Fraser Tarangi stopped metres short of the try line. UWA doing well. Nedlands looking to set Roberts. Short pass out the blind side. Again, good defence coming from UWA. Opening it back up. Now it comes to Grayson Knapp. Knapp is just metres short. Tarangi, good dummy from him. Side steps one. Trying to get to the line. Little pop pass. It's lost. And UWA looked to have scrambled it. Unable to get to the ball on the ground was Ferris. And now O'Sullivan is snared and driven back into the loose. So he was unable to get his clearing kick away. UWA still trying to scramble it clear. Comes back, looking to close down the kick. It hasn't found touch. Wilson has support with Lovasic, who gives it straight back to Wilson. Opening up the field now. Backhouse was there, and so too were other players for UWA, and they break down the attack for Nedlands, but they've still got numbers. Surging forward now is Eade, the hooker for Nedlands, and he's driven into touch. So good defence from UWA. They were pinned on their own line, and they tackled well. And then when they cleared the danger, they came up and prevented Nedlands getting forward really quickly. So they can have a bit of a breather now at the 9-8. So 15 minutes gone, and it is still Nedlands 7, UWA 0. Line out, O'Sullivan spins it, Kinder off the boot, and it's one bounce into his bench, and applause from the bench. So good clearance by UWA. Takes them halfway between their 10-metre line and their 25 or 22 in the modern vernacular. Stolen in the line out, and it's a good break now coming from Shane Hemme. Tevin Ferris, shaped to pass, then drives into the 22 for Nedlands. Numbers there for them. Having to burrow was Roberts. Tarangi did well to bring that down. A lovely little sidestep from Christian. Takes him, and he keeps going and rolls again, but not on his feet was the UWA player as he tried to steal possession. And then Egan is going to be tackled brilliantly by Backhouse, and the support was there. Trying to steal possession again was the big figure of the prop for UWA, Lawrence. Taken quickly by Nedlands. They're trying to get another try. They're just metres short again. Roberts to Lovasic. Lovasic spins it. Makavilla-Tugia inside. Nyana Christian just short of the line. And whistle has gone, I think, for offside against UWA. And it looks as if the referee wants to have a word with the captain, Tim Carslaw. Obviously feeling there are repeat offences, and this is a warning. In fact, he has issued a yellow card to the number 8 for UWA, Jeremy Smith. So UWA will be down to 14 players for 10 minutes. Taken quickly by Tevin Ferris, driving for the line. He's stopped just short. Ball made available for Roberts. Roberts, short pass, lost forward though in the tackle, or not, says the referee. The whistle does finally go, and it will be a scrum to UWA. So again, good defensive play by UWA. this will be where Nedlands need to make their scrum really work. Tevin Ferris may well look to work a back row combination if they can win one against the head, but UWA are really going to need quick, clean ball to clear their lines. O'Sullivan wasn't happy. The scrum is wheeling. A little bit steadier now. It's come through the 180, but it's been controlled at the back by UWA. Referee not happy, so they will reset the scrum rather. So it was good work for UWA, considering that their regular number 8 is sitting on the side in the sin bin at the moment. So taking up the number 8 position is Kieran Westlake, wearing number 7. Still got issues in the front row. This time it appeared to be George Stuffins, who was just not happy going down in the engagement for Nedlands, the tight head for Nedlands. Stuffins playing his first year over here in WA, comes from Peterborough and went to Leeds Beckett University. So O'Sullivan gets the ball in. Again, it wheels. But it's a strong shove. It's gone down in the front row, and a penalty goes against Nedlands. So UWA's defence, again, has been really resolute, keeping Nedlands out. Not surprising there are hugs in the front row for a job well done. Yeah, they get to have a little bit of a rest and hope that the kick is a good one and gains them crucial meters, and it does indeed. It's a good, clean kick, and so the forwards can just stroll their way up the pitch. So that was a good kick coming from Jack Hardy, the son of Mitch Hardy, who's here watching. And good jump in the line out from the captain, Carslaw. Goes to ground now. Straight into contact with Spence at fly half. O'Sullivan snared as he was looking to go the blind side. He's held on to the ball. Can he make it available? Nedlands all very square at the back as they close down on Westlake. Westlake taken to ground. O'Sullivan is there again quickly. And now it's Carslaw. Carslaw gets ahead. Nedlands player was on his feet trying to steal the ball, and there are appeals for a penalty. In fact, goes against Nedlands for not releasing the tackler, and that goes against Shane Hemme. Oh, sorry, David Bailey, wearing number 6 this week. So it's one of those where the tackler doesn't release, but then the tackle doesn't release the ball either. So referee picks the first one, and that's another really good kick. And UWA making their way up the pitch. So now the line out right in front of the River Room, which is available for bookings for weddings, birthday parties. If you wish to have a function, just check out their website, theriverroom.com.au. The Nedlands Clubhouse, available for functions, has catering and bar facilities, and contact details are available there. It's a good jump. It's claimed, though, by Jack Connolly for UWA. It's a line out they want to win. Remember, they're a man down at the moment. Kinder, good pass from him, but just lost by Spence, not forward. And it's a poor pass. Nedlands under a bit of pressure. And we're going to go back for the first knock forward. So UWA will want to keep the play up here as much as possible. We've just got a player down. Referee just stopping his clock. And I think just needing a few running repairs is Mike Egan, for Nedlands as the physio comes on. Mike Egan, who's returned to Nedlands after a teaching job up in the Pilbara. Played in 2013 when Nedlands won their 17th premiership. No doubt feeling good to be back. Just a reminder, if you've just joined us on this live stream, the Rugby WA Cup is up for grabs. It's sitting on the far side of the pitch, available for the winning team today. Nedlands having won it last week against Palmyra, and it's like the Ranfurly Shield, so up for grabs every home game. So if Nedlands hang on to it, they will defend it then the next home game. If UWA win it today, they win the match, then they would defend it at their next home game against their next home opponent. So Roberts waits to put the ball in for Nedlands. Just over a quarter of an hour left in the first half. It's been a tough battle between these two. Picked up by Ferris. Roberts was a poor pass to his fly half, Fraser Tarangi, who's pushed into touch, and it will be a scrum to UWA, not forward, about 15 metres from the try line. Can UWA equal up the scores before half-time? They've defended valiantly. Now we can see what they've got in attack. It is their scrum. They are still a man down. So playing at number 8 at the moment for them is Kieran Westlake, as Jeremy Smith was yellow carded. So Rory O'Sullivan waits to put the ball in. Lurking is Roberts. It's a quick ball to the feet of Westlake. Short pass to O'Sullivan. Sniping little run from him. Evades 2 challenges. He's very close to the line. Coming over the top. A UWA. They just need someone in at halfback. Hardy came in. Fed Backhouse. Backhouse thrown to the ground by Makavilatagia. O'Sullivan just organising his troops. Short little pass. It goes to Camboris. Camboris gains a few metres right in front of the posts. O'Sullivan decides not to pick up. Backhouse again. He's driven into the ground by Macaulay, by Nedlands. Spence is there, driving over the top in support. O'Sullivan gives it to Lawrence. Lawrence, the big, bulky prop. He's eventually brought to the ground. It's a short, low pass to the hooker. Backhouse reaching out for the line. Has he got over there? No, he's just short again. Makes the ball available. Spun wide. Trying to get over there is Lockie Spence. His shirt almost ripped off his back as he goes to ground. The referee has his arm out. He's spotted something. Are they going to get over? It's Backhouse again in the corner. And now it will be a penalty for UWA, or a try, I think, has been awarded. Just trying to work out. No, it is, in fact, a penalty to UWA. Slightly different blow on the whistle, but it was just the way there were a few high fives from the UWA players. Maybe think that maybe they just got over in the corner. So the line out, not surprisingly, the best option from this range. Still 12 minutes remaining in the first half. UWA looking to equal up the scores. Mike Carslaw, the captain, with a good grab in the air from the line out. Looking to get the rolling maul going now. A UWA. Nedlands defending valiantly. Camboris has the ball in hand. Supported now by Kinder, the fly half, trying to help them get over the line. Camboris, I don't think, through the binoculars, has got the ball down. And the referee is absolutely right. It's been held up. So Nedlands did well to get bodies underneath Camboris. So just short again for UWA. Can they make this pressure pay? This will be a crucial scrum. Tony Ball was saying that the scrum was Nedlands' Achilles heel at the moment. They really need it to be good UWA are back to 15 players, so that is a bonus for them. Jeremy Smith back on. Jeremy Smith, whose birthday will be on June the 1st, would love a victory today. He's a radiographer at Princess Margaret Hospital. Don't know if that gives him X-ray vision in the scrum. But he's certainly ready and waiting. The scrum finally engages. O'Sullivan looking for the nod from the referee. It's gone down, and it's Nedlands gone down on the tight head side. So Stuffin's the man penalised. It's another penalty, and O'Sullivan just dinks the ball into touch for another line out. Carslaw already marshalling his troops. So key line out again for UWA. Good sustained pressure from them. And it's been lost in the line out, but ball's gone to ground and knocked forward, unfortunately, after that good spell of pressure by Jack Connolly. And there's applause from the Nedlands faithful because they know that their team was under the cosh. And now they've got a chance from the scrum to clear their lines. We just once again thank our sponsors. Karma Resorts are one of those, and they love their rugby. And to share their love, they're offering all rugby fans a free Karma Club membership valued at $499. You can just join today for free by visiting karmaclub.com/rugbywa17. Scrum is wheeling again, and the ball's come out. Nedlands looking to kick it forward, kicked it straight into the arms of Kinder. Well, I think Roberts might be in a bit of trouble. That was a tackle around the neck. Not sure, though, if the the referee actually saw that. Anyway, so play on, and it is UWA ball. Sullivan leaves it behind. Now it comes to Kinder, who's back on his feet. Goes to Smith, the number 8, who is tackled high, but manages to keep powering his legs and gain vital meters for UWA. O'Sullivan. And it's kicked ahead by Hardy. Probably too much on the kick. Hardy, though, did he get there? I think he did. And that may well be a try. Well, I think they're going to have to consult with the touch judge. But I think Mitch Hardy's son, sorry, I was going to call it Mitch Hardy, Jack Hardy, actually got there just before with the touch. And the try has been awarded. Well, what a try. I thought he'd put too much on that kick. And in the end, Jack Hardy, with a real opportunism try, has pulled UWA much closer. It is 7-5 with the conversion to come. And UWA would be really happy if they could go in at half-time, level pegging, after sustaining so much pressure in the match. So just waiting for, there's a little bit of a treatment for one of the UWA players, and then we're now waiting for the conversion to come from Lockie Spence. Tavita Sifa just having some strapping put on his thigh. So Lockie Spence, left-footed kicker, should be fairly easy from this angle. It'll curl naturally between the posts, and there is no breeze off the Swan River today. It's as calm as a mill pond. Strikes it well. It's going towards the left-hand upright, but it goes over. The flags are raised, and it is Nedlands 7, UWA 7. With just 7 minutes remaining in the first half. And a really good spell of pressure from UWA. Sees them come back level in the match. Oh, was that knocked forward? Good hands, though, being shown by Westlake. And UWA buoyed by those points, looking very cohesive suddenly. Another good drive coming from Camboris. Backhouse. easy to spot with his flowing locks. A little bit static in the line. It's Hardy. Good step off his right foot. And then Sifa rather. Combining both of his names there. Bit of a spoonerism. My apologies for that. Saw a gap, but it closed rapidly, brilliantly, in fact, by Logan Eade to deny O'Sullivan any space. Camboris at half-back, and it backhouse, loving it out in the three-quarters at the moment. Manages to get his pass away to Kinder, and it's Hardy again, gets a little bit of space out wide. It's a Nedlands player down, injured in back play. And that is Shane Hemme. Pleased to see he's up on his knee now, as the physio got to him. Penalty has been awarded to UWA. I was just looking in back play and missed what that was for. Temperature beginning to drop here at the foreshore. In fact, it's not a penalty, it's a scrum. So the front rows are there quickly, waiting. And Logan Eade is a new player in the Nedlands setup in hooker. He was playing in the Jock Hobbs Memorial National Under-19 tournament in Taupo in 2016 for Hawke's Bay, and now finds himself here on the foreshore at Nedlands. Roberts did really well to get his pass away. Fraser Tarangi puts it high. Doesn't gain much meterage, but it goes very, very high. Backhouse knocks it backwards and did really well. No one really challenged him, to be fair, in the air. O'Sullivan, short little pass, and Lockie Spence gets through the gap. He's then snared on halfway. Got back to his feet, whether he released the ball immediately. Didn't have to, because he wasn't actually held in the tackle. And it's good hands, and now it's the fullback, Carlisle. Ethan Carlisle feeds it out. It's going to be another try, and over they go. And UWA get another try, and it's another try to Jack Hardy. And what a break out of defence it was. I suppose you could call it on halfway. But a really good injection of pace from Ethan Carlisle. And Jack Hardy gets a second try for UWA just before the break, and they now take the lead. So Hardy having a really good game, just showing the pace that he has. And Nedlands must be wondering what's going on. They had so much possession and so much pressure, and UWA just defended brilliantly in that opening 20 minutes, and then have burst out from their defence since then. This will be a tougher kick for Lockie Spence right on the touchline. But as I mentioned, there is no wind, and the river is flat as you like. That's why there's no sailboats out there this weekend, just the motorised versions. He's hit that terribly, and it won't even make the posts. So 7-12, the conversion. Points not able to be added by UWA. But UWA with a 5-point lead. In the last 2 years, they've been unable to defeat Nedlands here at the foreshore. They have managed to beat them at home at McGillivray. So if they can hang on or keep doing what they're doing, they're in a really good position at the moment. Kinder puts it to his boot, kicks for open space, aims for Tarangi. The fly half having dropped back, he'll look to use his pace, former sevens player, so has plenty of pace to burn. Still going forward for Nedlands, but the little kick ahead was snared, and who's involved again? Lockie Spence. He loves the rough and tumble. Kinder just assessing his options. Camboris taken to ground. He was seeing what was on around him and decided to take it into contact. Hardy, brilliant step again off his right foot. Saw some space, hangs on, stays on his feet well. It's going to be UWA ball unless the ball comes out quickly. So the tackler penalised for not releasing again. And Jack Hardy showing what a live wire he is. Born in Canberra. Towards Singapore with the under-14s in 2013. That's the UWA under-14s. And by all accounts is a player to watch, and you can see why. 2 tries to his name today, and now with kicking duties as well. Not gained too many meters that time. UWA will just be happy with the ball in this half of the pitch. As we approach, or we're in the final minute by our clock. Comes back to O'Sullivan. Still out there is Westlake, loving his time in the back. Lovely little show and go from him. And now it's Backhouse again. Well, it almost looked like he was tripped by Lovasage, but play on is the call. And now trying to find a way through again was Ethan Carlisle. Carlisle burrowed forward. Zach Macavilla-Togia just staying down in play, but I think that was just to stay out of the way. Backhouse. O'Sullivan spins it again. Kinder, quick hands, goes to Smith. Through Smith to Carslaw. Carslaw got through a gap. Lawrence bursts out of one tackle. Lawrence powering his legs forward. That's what props spend so much time in the gym, to use that power to gain those extra meters. Kinder again spins it. Carslaw lost the ball in the tackle, picked up by Lovasage. He's snared by O'Sullivan. Now Nedlands trying to play their way out of defence. One of their replacement players goes to ground, spinning away as Wilson keeps the ball alive in play and over the 22. They can't kick for touch because it's carried back. Now Tevin Ferris, who started the scoring, saw a break. Now it's Fraser Tarangi, 2-on-1. Tarangi, has he got the pace? He's going on his own. Carlisle, brilliant tackle. Now it's a question of whether the support is there for Nedlands. It's going to be stolen away. It was good support initially from Grayson Knapp. Somehow they've managed to keep it. Egan keeps it alive. Then it's Christian, spun wide by Roberts. Macavilla-Togia has it. Now bursting forward, and it's going to go over on the far side in the corner. It's going to be touchdown, and it is Zach Macavilla-Togia who gets the try for Nedlands. Well, what a spell of counter-attacking rugby that was, from one end of the pitch to the other. In fact, I think it might be Sam Rarasea who got the try. My apologies. So Rarasea pulls Nedlands level in the dying minute of the first half. From one end of the pitch to the other. And the break that really made it for Nedlands was the one from Fraser Tarangi. And now he is the man who has to try and convert from wide on the left-hand side. This could be a crucial kick. There's a real hush around the foreshore at the moment as Tarangi looks up between the posts, keeps his eyes up there, and then now goes back to the ball. The runners are out quickly for UWA. Struck it well. Has it got the legs? I think it's just short. Flags are not raised, and the whistle goes for half-time. And it's been a thrilling first half, and we see ourselves sitting at half-time with a scoreline that reads Nedlands 12, UWA 12. Plenty to play for in the second half. Well, it was a really good start by Nedlands, with Tevin Ferris scoring in just the 5th minute. His try was converted by Fraser Tarangi And it took a while for UWA to come back. They had to have a really solid defence, but then they did come back through a brilliant try, individual try, really, from Jack Hardy, who then doubled their score a little bit later and took them into the lead 7-12. But then that late try in the first half from Sam Rarasea has seen Nedlands pull level. And so we go into half-time. It is Nedlands 12, UWA 12. Welcome back to the foreshore. The whistle has gone for the players to get ready for the second half. UWA are still camped inside their 22 in a final discussion with their coach, Steve McFarland, who'll be very pleased with his team's performance in the first half. They just had the lead snatched away from them in the last minute. It's 12-all at half-time, and it promises to be an enthralling second half. Steve McFarlane hails from Johannesburg, and in fact I believe his parents are actually up watching this stream, so we hope that you're enjoying your son's work. Of course, the Johannesburg people will be very happy with the Lions win last night over the Brumbies. Lions having a really good Super Rugby season, one of the few South African teams that are, having had over 75 players leave the country last year for foreign shores. So it will be UWA to commence the second half. Spence with a high kick to the far touchline, knocked backwards by UWA. It's getting very grey skies here at the foreshore, and in fact, UWA penalised for not forward. Well, didn't look as if it went forward to me, but the referee was closer to the action. So we do have a substitute on for Nedlands. Wearing number 25 is Michael Weir. So no doubt Tony Ball will be wanting his team to lift in this second half and just try and use the possession they have and put the pressure back on to UWA. Roberts to Fraser Tarangi. Another high up and under from him. Backhouse couldn't get there, neither could Tavita Sifa. And now Nedlands are on the ball, driving it forward. Quick ball, and it comes to Mike Egan. Egan takes it forward. Support is there for Nedlands. Roberts had to burrow to get it out. Now it comes to Tarangi. He just pops a pass back inside, and it's still Nedlands' ball as they drive over the top. Tarangi to Rarasea, to Tevin Ferris, and just lost forward by Tarangi and picked up by O'Sullivan, who's snared, and the referee hasn't got his arm out anymore, but I think he's waiting for an advantage to come from UWA, and the kick away by Jack Hardy into touch on halfway is enough. And they were looking to take it quickly, Nedlands, but then thought better of it. So good clearing kick again from Jack Hardy. Played in the WA schoolboys team in 2016. So a quick ball again from the line-out. Bursting through the gap is Wilson. Wilson gets past another tackle, gets almost up to the 22, has numbers in support, but that's a brilliant steal by UWA. Just really strong upper body strength, and now trying to break out for them was Lockie Spence, but he was snared brilliantly by Loversige. Ball will still be available though for UWA, and it is Hardy with his clearing kick. Did it go forward? No, says the referee. And a good little break from Niana Christian. Christian just popping the ball back from the ground. Roberts shows and then eventually offloads it. Made available to Roberts. Loversige, who's played at fly half, so no stranger there. And it was just lost forward, and we're coming back. Strong blast on the whistle. The referee just watching that there was nothing afterwards, and there wasn't. It was in fact quite friendly after the tackle. So it will be a Nedlands penalty for offside against UWA. Fraser Tarangi will look to gain a few metres up the touchline. He puts plenty behind that and just aim for the touch judge. The touch judge didn't have to move. Great view of the river and how calm it is today. Almost has a pinkness about it as we see the light. We did have a bushfire this morning, and so maybe some of the smoke from that has caused that effect on the river. It's a good line out by Nedlands. They're looking to drive forward. Just trying to keep the momentum going forward. Broken down by the side. It's gone to ground. They're just short of the line. It's a pick and drive. Rory O'Sullivan was there. There's appeals for a try, and the referee has his arm raised, and it will be a try. And pats on the back go to Grayson Knapp. He is the man, I think, who was going to claim the credit for that one. So Nedlands go into the lead now, 17-12. Grayson Knapp with a try from a really well-worked line-out routine, and then just spinning off the back. Now, Nedlands just need to make sure they can add the conversion just to give themselves just that extra little cushion. Fraser Tarangi will be the man looking to add the 2 points. Not a bad angle if you're a right-footed kicker. Although he has hooked that horribly. So misses with the conversion. Again, he missed with the conversion just before half-time. So it remains 17-12 in favour of Nedlands. And once again, we'd just like to make you aware that the River Room is one of our sponsors. That's the Nedlands Clubhouse, and you can hire that for weddings, birthdays, and other functions. And just go to their website, theriverroom.com.au. Fully licensed and catering available. Maybe not forward on the restart again, but it's Nedlands ball. The referee does have his arm raised at the moment, so he's playing an advantage. Tarangi goes to the air again. It's a high kick, gets it over halfway. It's missed by the fullback, Carlisle. UWA having to get behind the ball, but O'Sullivan, short pass, just trying to slow things down. Again, O'Sullivan gives it to the big figure of Jack Connolly. Connolly, though, is driven backwards, and UWA now find themselves under pressure again. And it's his opposite number, Grayson Knapp, who gets to the loose ball first. Nedlands have a chance to attack again. Rarasea out to Nayana Christian. Christian, can he stay in play? Well, he does, and he's got another try for Nedlands. Little conversation between the touch judge and the referee just to check he didn't go into touch, but that was really good footwork from the Nedlands winger. And another 5 points to the home side. So 22 plays 12, and how a game can change in just a few minutes. So UWA, it was really just that strong challenge in midfield, saw them lose possession. Grayson Knapp pounced on the loose ball, and then it was suddenly Nedlands on the attack. And Nayana Christian getting the points. Currently the third highest point scorer for Nedlands in the Pindan Premier League. So adding to his tally today. Well, Fraser Tarangi will be hoping he can improve on his kick this time around. The last effort wasn't even close. Hardy runs and could have almost touched it. Has it got the legs to get over? Yes, and the flags are raised, and another 2 points. So Nedlands just stretching their lead now. 24-12 against UWA. And UWA are just going to have to find the resolve they found in the first half to get themselves back into this match. They need to score the next points. So just finding themselves on the back foot. Spence kicks a little bit deeper this time. Roberts clears and gets it up to the halfway line. Just a reminder that Karma Resorts are one of our sponsors, and they love their rugby, and to share their love, they're offering rugby fans a free Karma Club membership valued at $499. As a member, you'll receive 25% off accommodation, food and beverages, at all of their global resorts. Join today by free visiting karmaclub.com/rugbywa 17. And also Instant Scaffolds, specialists in access equipment. If you want to contact them, go to Instant Scaffolds. Eid in the fly-half position. Looked a little bit surprised when the ball came to him, but he's gained valuable metres for Nedlands. Still driven forward, or in fact it's going to be, I think, a penalty against Jeremy Smith again, the man who spent 10 minutes on the side for handling the ball on the ground. Sweeping it away in the tackle, not allowed, as Nedlands had made it available. Tarangi, that's a good strong kick, gains plenty of ground and looks to head into the river room. Trophy on the far side is up for grabs today. That is the Rugby WA Cup. Nedlands having won it last weekend against Palmyra. And the team that wins it today will defend it at their next home game. Nedlands at the moment look as if they're going to hang on to it for the time being, but UWA showed plenty of resolve in the first half. They've just got to find that heart and commitment again. Lawrence driven backwards. Tarangi saw a gap, was taken down by Backhouse. Another good drive from Shane Hemme. Now it's Egan. Egan upended by Backhouse. Roberts to Tarangi, back on the inside. It was a beautiful pass, and Wilson hit the ball at pace. Picked up now and driving forward is Grayson Knapp. He's been involved in so much for Nedlands today. Tarangi goes to the boot, straight into the feet of the captain, Karslook. Well, just wasn't looking then, Kinder. He looked to his right and didn't see the defender coming from his left. Westlake, good pass out the back, and just going laterally at the moment for UWA. Needs a turn of pace, and unfortunately, Jack Hardy couldn't bring that pass under control. It was just popped out the back by Lawrence. And Nedlands have possession again. Good break forward once more coming from Shane Hemme. And it's a knock on. So pressure eases on UWA, and there were groans on the far side of the pitch from the Nedlands faithful. It's got a UWA player down needing a little bit of treatment, and that is Big Jack Connolly. This is the part in the match where we do see a number of bodies tend to go down. So the two captains being called over by the referee. Maybe he feels that there's just an edge coming into the game, or just a few unnecessary fouls. Can't hear over on our side of the pitch what he's actually talking to them about. That certainly can't have been anything too dramatic, because neither were really calling their players around them to convey the message to them. That is UWA ball. Still a very grey evening here, with just under half an hour remaining in this round 7 Pindan Premier League match. Nedlands starting the day in 3rd place on the league ladder, looking to climb back up into the top echelons if they can. Another good drive from UWA, looking to drive against the head, and the ball shoots out the side off a boot. And well, the touch judge has given it as a UWA. No, yes, he has. He's put his hand up to his flag as if he was going to switch the flag hands, but remains with a UWA ball. So a really good scrum that results in a UWA line out. Goes over the back, but it's a good steal coming from Grayson Knapp. And Knapp has got to be one of the contenders for the man of the match. Rarasir goes to ground. Roberts marshalling his troops. One of the other Nedlands substitutes is come on now. I think it might be Ruben O'Connell. It is indeed, wearing number 16. Little kick over the top from Roberts. The chase is on. Can they get there first? Well, coming across brilliantly. Well, that was superb defence coming from Tavita Sifa. Even threw in a little hip sway as well. And then clearing the danger. So UWA doing well to snuff out another Nedlands attack, and it was a really good little kick over the top. But Nedlands still in a really good position. Just on the 22, the perfect point from which to launch an attack. Carslaw knocked it forward, just trying to help it on was Roberts, but it will be a Nedlands scrum now. In fact, I think it's been given to UWA, which must have been impeding in the line. Well, then you would have thought it would have been a free kick. So it is a UWA ball. So Sullivan waiting for the ball to be put in. Comes straight out the side. Roberts was first to it. The whistle's already gone for a reset. So Ruben O'Connell is in the front row. Alongside him is Michael Weir. So the front row changes for Nedlands. Last scrum certainly hadn't shored up the push from UWA, but it had made it a little bit more stable. Only player remaining at the moment is Ken McCauley, Logan Eade and George Stuffins having been replaced. And it's been a really tough battle for the tight head today, so credit to Hayden Camboris for UWA. He's really given the Nedlands tight heads a really tough afternoon at the office. It's gone down on the far side, and the referee will wander around and may have a word with his touch judge. Big smile on the face of Andy Lawrence. No real surprise there. Andy Lawrence, who played for Associates originally, comes from Grimsby in the UK. Hands go down on the far side again from both props. And McCauley, that's in front of all of the Nedlands stalwarts, and not surprisingly, they're giving the referee their thoughts on what he should do in this situation and who is at fault, and the referee is ignoring it all. Although there are probably centuries of experience sitting under those marquees. Finally, the ball is in. O'Sullivan takes it from the feet of Smith. Kinder spins it to Lockie Spence. It's going to go straight down the throat of Tarangi. Tarangi just assesses what's ahead, then goes by foot, looks to burst forward. Good strong tackle coming in from the replacement, Jack Bromley. Loversige, and it's gone off the head. It's a falcon off Mike Egan. It's given us a knock forward. UWA looking to take advantage and carry it forward. Jeremy Smith was the man who carried it forward initially, and then another strong little run from Luke Travella. And it is going to be a scrum Nedlands ball. Scrum UWA ball, as Smith is a little bit slow to his feet and limping back. As we see Nedlands players with cramp and physios come running on. Gives us a chance again to acknowledge the sponsors of this live stream, and that is Karma Resorts, proud sponsor of rugby union across Western Australia, and celebrating, they're offering all rugby fans a complimentary Karma Club membership valued at $499. Join today for free by visiting karmaclub.com/rugbywa17. And also the River Room, which is the Nedlands Clubhouse, is available for functions, weddings, birthdays, anniversaries. It is a fully licensed bar with catering available if you require. What perfect setting alongside the river, and also just a wonderfully decorated room when it is done up for such functions. If you want more information, visit theriverroom.com.au. and they will give you more information. And also Instant Scaffold, specialists in access equipment, scaffolding, scissor lifts, boom lifts. No job is too small, we do them all. Well, as all the support staff make their way from the field, play will hopefully continue. I have to say, in the 2 seasons we've been streaming these live games, never known such a still afternoon by the foreshore. There is not even a sniff of a breeze. So Roberts not happy about something. Nathan Roberts talking to referee's assistants, or maybe he was talking to the water boy. Picked up by Smith, given to O'Sullivan. Kinder offloads to Spence. Spence taken to ground. Kinder again, quick hands. Bromley taken to ground. Good tackling by Nedlands. They're trying to defend high up the pitch. Backhouse always loves to run directly into the firing line. And 2 of the front rowers getting involved in the backs and quite happy to combine. Attack still alive for UWA. Carlisle takes it into contact. They've kept him up, and trying to steal possession is Macaulay. Macaulay, who was so lively in that early 20 minutes of the match. He was involved in everything for Nedlands. And Macaulay gets the pats on the back, as he deserves, because by keeping the play alive, it will be Nedlands ball at the scrum. So Ken Macaulay, who comes from New Zealand. He played for, and I'm going to hopefully get this right, Paraparamu in 2014 in New Zealand. And my apologies if I have actually pronounced that wrongly. So Tevin Ferris having moved to the flank now. As Nedlands start ringing the changes, as Noah Harris is in at number 8. And that's gone right over the top. More substitutes coming on. It's spun wide by Nedlands, and Tarangi breaks forward. Did he get the offload away just in time? He did. And now UWA are trying to just drive it into touch, but Nedlands are driving it forward. It was good work by Wilson. Hung on to the ball and has made it available. Nathan Roberts having to burrow deep to get it. He gets possession back and goes through Loversige. Stopped again. And the prop set up. Loversige again. Now good tackle coming from Carlisle. Coming in from the side, and it's been stolen away by UWA. Good work by Jeremy Smith. Well, brilliant work by Jeremy Smith. A couple of side steps and a shimmy, and then he gained valuable meters to get them out of their 22. Carlisle, nice little step off his right foot. UWA showing plenty of spirit. Can they get back in this match? They've withstood a lot of pressure. Backhouse kept his eyes on the ball, but two Nedlands players driving him backwards. But a knock forward has been given. So what I think that is Backhouse is questioning that. So too is his captain, Tim Carslow. I think what the referee is saying is it came off Backhouse's hands, hit a Nedlands player, then went back into his hands before he claimed it. Therefore, it is a knock-on because another player was brought into the play. If he had snared it himself, knocked it forward and caught it before it hit the ground, it would have been okay. But because it caught another player, it becomes a knock forward. So another good drive from UWA, but a big pickup at the back. Roberts, good offload by him. Good tackling, though, coming from Bromley, preventing the run from Michael Weir. In fact, it was Tanamunga, sorry, my apologies. Trying to keep on top of all the substitutions at the same time as Tarangi tries to create a bit of space for Nedlands. Backhouse is one of the players that helps bring him to ground. Now it's Tevin Ferris, scored the first try for Nedlands. He may get another one. Tevin Ferris bursting forward, and he gets another try for Nedlands. Tevin Ferris, the captain, leading from the front, may well have scored the try that settles this match. Certainly scores a try that brings the fans to their feet on the far side of the ground. And he looks as if he might have hurt his shoulder a little bit, Tevin Ferris. So Ferris with another try for Nedlands. Takes it out to 29-12 with the conversion to come. And Tarangi will be pleased that this one's a little bit closer to the post than some of the kicks he's had this afternoon, which have been from all very, very wide. Can he add the 2 points? Charge came really quickly. The flags are raised, so it is in fact now Nedlands 31, UWA 12. And really that high defensive line paying dividends for Nedlands because they really needed to defend valiantly and prevent UWA getting over halfway, or they may have found themselves caught on a counter-attack. So good defensive play by Nedlands high up the pitch. So Spence with the restart. Loversage fields for Nedlands. It was deep. Tarangi on the boot. And it's kept in play by Ethan Carlisle. O'Sullivan. Spence looked to cut infield, but he was snared by two Nedlands players. Still available, though, for UWA. Travella takes it into contact. O'Sullivan claiming that Nedlands preventing the ball coming out. O'Sullivan sees a little gap, darts through it, gains a good 5 or 6 meters. Still with UWA. Now bursting run again through the middle. And they've got good pace when they get the ball moving. Oh, and it's just been given away now, and that was a good ankle tap to bring down Nehana Christian, and just miscontrolled out wide by Tane Munga. So it will be UWA ball, and Rory O'Sullivan just a little bit ginger. Back play. So the scrum right down below our position. Perfect position for you to view what's going on in the front row. It's been a real battle today in this match. And a feather in the cap of Aidan Camboris, in my opinion, for UWA, who's caused a lot of problems. Say it's the feet position that is the key as it goes down again, and it is Nedlands' Ken McCauley, who's penalised. Referee feeling he came in at the angle and didn't come in square. So now this gives Jack Hardy a chance to gain valuable metres and take UWA closer to the try line. And he's not found touch. He's put it right in the corner. So it's now up to Nedlands to play their way out or try and kick it out. Instead, they decide to spin the ball. And they're tackled and bundled into touch right on the 22. And there's a little bit of afters carrying on. But that was very well played by UWA. Nedlands trying to scramble their defence across their back line and get the ball out, 7 style. Got it up to the 22, but UWA's defence was really, really good, closing them down. Not a great line out, tap down, and O'Sullivan wasn't going to grab it with UWA players coming through. He does this time. Smith takes it into contact. Call was to go wide. Backhouse took the ball in the air, was taken to ground. It made it easier to tackle when he was on the ground. There was a nasty little foot on his leg, though, after the event. Now Bromley gets a little bit of space. Offloads it to the lively Ethan Carlisle. Carlisle's over-the-head pass, though, was fielded by the retreating Loversige. And Nedlands have stolen possession and look to clear. And it's a narrow kick, so the line-out won't be outside the 22. UWA have taken it a long way back, and breaking forward is Smith. Trying to snare him was Grayson Knapp, who's again working tirelessly all over the park for Nedlands. Ball comes loose, picked up. Well, tackle was an interesting one. Never seen one quite like that. It was almost like a dance routine. Now it's O'Sullivan. He's going to get to the try line and get a try for UWA. If he gets down, the arm goes up, and Rory O'Sullivan gets a try for UWA. So there's plenty of fight left in this team yet. O'Sullivan has done well. He was in the WA school squad in 2016 when he was playing for Associates, but he's now very much a UWA man. (31) plays 17. With just over 8 minutes remaining. You would think it is a, well, it's not a mountain, but it's a pretty steep hill for UWA to get up. To get the conversion, they're still going to have to score twice to steal the points today. Spence, the left-footed kicker, again, is lucky it is on his left foot. There is no breeze, so a good connection. And the flags are raised. It is a good connection. Well, the roar from the bench said it all. So it is game on. 19 plays 31. And we have just over 8 minutes remaining. Nedlands will want to remain in the UWA half if they can. We saw Associates come back. We saw Western Suburbs, West Scarborough rather, come back. So they're showing a vulnerability late in games, Nedlands, and a penalty now. Well, if they take the points here, you would think they would make themselves be in an unassailable position. And not surprisingly, Loversige has put the ball down and said, we will go for the poles. A little bit of confusion, I think, as to, well, maybe they're not going to go for it. They are going to go for the line out. So Tarangi, good kick again, takes them into UWA's 22. Nedlands looking to add more points if they can. Come on, Neddies is the call on the far side. It's grabbed well by Tevin Ferris. They'll look to get the rolling maul going. The ball is now sitting at the back with Ruben O'Connell. Well, it just popped out. Goes wide to Lovasage. Lovasage looking to step off his right foot, but never really got a decent step going. Macaulay loves to take it into contact, and he does. Now it's Tevin Ferris. Little pop pass to Tarangi. Tarangi sees a gap, and Tarangi will score under the post, and that, you believe, will be that. It will be a victory for Nedlands. There can be no doubt now. With just under 5 minutes to play. Another try, and Nedlands move out to 36 points against UWA's 12. And the conversion, sorry, 19 rather, not 12 points. But Tarangi, you would think, should convert from straight in front and add the 2 points for the conversion. Although we may well see this one charged down because he does have a fairly long run up normally, and he's decided to take it fairly close. UWA have some pace. Of course, Dan Carter had one charged down recently, but he's slotted that. So it is now Nedlands 38, UWA 19. Well, there's going to be no need for a late try to win the match for Nedlands here today, as they did against Palmyra last week. And it looks as if they will be hanging on to the Rugby WA Cup, and will be defending that in their next home game here at the foreshore. If you've enjoyed this stream and have any events that you would like streamed, then feel free to contact us at notthefootyshow.com. And that's a great grab by Bromley defensively. And he's looking to get away, and it was like he was running on a treadmill. His shirt was being pulled, his little legs were pumping, but he was going absolutely nowhere. Connolly again involved for UWA. UWA won't give up the fight. O'Sullivan is certainly full of it. So too this man, Jack Hardy. Hardy is so swift on his feet. He's got a good kicking boot as well. O'Sullivan. Lockie Spence. Oh, round the back. Lovely. Lockie Spence is there, but his pass actually to Ethan Carlisle was too wide. So my apologies, I was called Lockie Spence. Originally it was Clay Ewan. It was actually the first pass. Spence's pass, not finding his fullback, and one of the fans not too happy down below us. And a fairly uncontested line out for Nedlands, an easy win. Tired bodies. Tarangi puts it high. Carlisle snares it in front of his 22, assesses his options, charged down brilliantly by Rarasia. Still, though, it was carried forward by Carlisle. O'Sullivan, little short pass from him, and this is going to be danger now. Breaking forward, and it's Smith, who just has one to beat, and he's stopped on the 22. Sifa was the man who found him, still alive, and a strong looping pass. Troy Ewan now to Lockie Spence, who was taken to ground just inside the 22, about halfway inside, just short of the line. Nedlands looked to have stolen possession, and it was really a shame that Sifa's pass found a very tired Jeremy Smith, who just didn't have the legs, as Lovasage clears for Nedlands, won't find touch, or it does. Jack Hardy plays on. Long throw back to his fullback, Ethan Carlisle. Carlisle to Bromley. Bromley taking a ground. Makes the ball of out. Kicked ahead by Nedlands. Play on, says the referee. There are complaints all around the ground, and a whistle goes eventually, and it is going to be a UWA penalty. I think the penalty was for Ken McCauley not rolling away in the tackle. And the amount of work McCauley's done, I think he's entitled to have a bit of a rest. And another good touch finder. So just inside the Nedlands 22. We're in the final minute, so this will be the last attack of the match, you would think. UWA playing for pride. Captain can't snare it. Carslow in the line out. They're looking to clean up at the back. O'Sullivan. And it's been lost by Troy Ewan and snared well by Loversige. Driven into the ground, though, by UWA. Nedlands still looking to spin it. A strong tackle coming in on Nayana Christian. Picked up at the back again by Christian. He's surrounded by UWA players. Driven into the ground. Nedlands, though, look as if they've snared it. Nathan Roberts, little pass from him, went out the back door, and driving out of the 22 come Nedlands. Who's involved? Grayson Knapp. Loversige now spins it out wide. Nedlands looking to break. There's a little bit of pace on the far side. Just hitting the turf, though, and able to get through was Christoph Cronje, and he's gone into touch. So Cronje with plenty of pace, certainly showing it there on that break. So the referee, we're in his time now. O'Sullivan snares it, steps well, sees a gap, goes through it. O'Sullivan still going, but he had no one in support, and he just passed it to a Nedlands player. O'Connell takes it into contact again for Nedlands. Good driving play by them. Tevin Ferris, his pass is not a good one. Tarangi has to go back. Just a little chip ahead. Couldn't go for touch because he carried it back. Now it's picked up well by Ethan Carlisle. Spins it inside. Bromley has the hands. He's got players in front of him. Bromley snared. Feeds it to Lockie Spence. Spence, while he had Carlisle in support. Carlisle had just gone inside him. It's still Carlisle keeping the attack alive for UWA. Spence to Troy Ewan. Pops out the side as Luke Travella tried to get it, and then it's lost forward by Nedlands on the far side. It's all getting a little bit scrappy. And so the referee says that will be that, gentlemen. But it's been a really entertaining game of rugby here at the foreshore. It is Nedlands who are victorious in the end, 38-19. But it was such a closer match than that probably reflects. 12 all at half-time. And then it was a try to Grayson Knapp and then Nayana Christian that stretched the lead for Nedlands to 24-12. Then Tevin Ferris got a second try to make it 29-12, and it was converted by Tarangi. Rory O'Sullivan scored one back for UWA, which closed the gap to 31-19. But then it was a brilliant bit of individual skill from Tarangi, Fraser Tarangi, who broke through, saw a gap, scored under the posts, and then converted his own try to round out the scoring for the whole match. And it is a memorable victory for Nedlands. The final score, Nedlands 38, UWA 19.